On today's first round KO, I have Zach and Tom in studio with me as we preview all of the matches for this Sunday's WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It's a good one. Let's get it. The system. Welcome to the most must-hear WSUW sports podcast in history. Welcome to First Round KO. I am your host, KO, a.k.a. Howard J. Dingers, and I am joined today by two giggly bitches. So, I'm not even going to turn their mics on yet because I want to introduce them. So, back by unpopular demand, my former roommate and my current roommate.
Okay, I wasn't sure how you were going to go with that.
My former roommate and the man that replaced him as my current roommate. Housemate. Well, yeah, we were apartment mates. I should probably turn your mics on now.
I still sleep in his room. Let's be completely honest.
Yeah, we have separate rooms, but he still comes and sleeps.
Yeah. I get nightmares.
Same. All right, we're all going to sleep in your room tonight.
Can we?
We have nightmares.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to get up at 4 in the morning.
This is a normal thing. I don't know why you're trying to tell me.
All right, cool. I'll sleep on the floor.
So if you guys haven't noticed,
the same as the air mattress I'm sleeping on.
It's Tom and Zach.
It's Tom and Jerry.
It's Tom and Zach.
You know, normally when you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning.
Wait, wow, Tom, great segue, because today we're talking about wrestling. Yes, I'm sorry to all my friends who listen to this who don't watch wrestling, but I don't care.
Maybe you should start.
Yeah, maybe you should start. Because
use this as a platform to educate yourself.
Start with NXT.
Yes.
Start with NXT.
Absolutely.
Like NXT wrestlers start usually.
Start at NXT.
Yeah.
Yes. If you want to get into WWE, you have to usually start at NXT.
Not always.
There's
Dean Ambrose.
Anyway,
he skipped it.
Yeah. So today, today we're going to preview WWE Extreme Rules because it's going to be on Sunday night. The pay-per-view, the most extreme night of the year.
False.
Even though there's 4 stipulated matches.
Have you seen The Purge? That's probably the most extreme night of the year.
Okay, but that's not real.
He's got a true fact for that one.
Yet. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Full send.
With our current president, I would not be surprised.
Kyle.
What?
Wow.
Are you going to take that strict stand on your podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting political on a sports show. Uh-oh. Are you going to tell us to shut up and talk?
You stick to football.
You got to pick one here.
Jeb Bush should have been our president.
Adam Schefter's hashtag that he uses, hashtag stick to football, whenever he reports on anything else.
Hashtag Gary Johnson.
Oh, my goodness.
I voted for Jill Stein.
We're just going to preview the whole card.
It's getting very political.
We're going to go through each match and see what's happening. But, yeah, this should be a fun podcast because...
Actually, we're 100% serious all of the time. Rectangles.
Holy crap.
I'll fix it in post.
I won't. I'll stand here and watch it.
All right, so... The reported pre-show match was...
I'm going to pre-show.
It's not on here as a pre-show match anymore.
Oh, that was the
tables match. The tag team tables match with Sanity and New Day.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not on here as the pre... I'm hoping they move it off the pre-show.
That's also Wikipedia.
But usually it says pre-show. It's usually... I don't know. I hope that they move it off of the pre-show and that they move Corbin versus Balor to the pre-show.
Don't do this.
Why not?
Because he's over.
Corbin or Balor?
I would argue that Corbin's more over right now.
Constable Balor.
Can I put a strict stand here?
Yeah.
Constable Corbin.
You have to actually stand up, though.
Constable Corbin.
Oh,
Constable
here we go,
Corbin
playing with levels again.
Is, I wonder how much this is going to fuck up
entertaining?
with the thing. Especially on a non-video podcast that people can't actually see them standing up. I didn't even have to do this. I could have just said I stood up.
Yeah.
It's probably the best gimmick that WWE has ever had.
Okay, no.
I'm standing down for that one now.
But
Baldstable Corbin.
yeah, because he shaved his head.
Shut up.
All right, let's get to a match, shall we? Let's start with that match anyway. I don't care. We'll work our way from the bottom up. So
Don't do it.
New Day versus Sanity. Oh, you have it on there.
Yeah.
New Day versus Sanity, 6-man tables match.
Doesn't Sanity spell their name weird? Like with weird capitals and stuff?
Yeah, but
Well,
not.
Wikipedia's not going to do that.
But what's the weird?
That's for copyright issues.
What's the weird capitals?
I don't know. Does
I
it
need
matter?
To know. Yes.
Here, I'll look it up.
This
you guys
is
keep
really
talking.
good for an audio podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know what?
So the rules. So this is.
You'll
weird.
understand in a second.
No, this is okay. So Tom, you're
Capital S, capital A, little N, I, T, capital Y.
So it's sanity.
okay. So it was important.
Yes.
So Tom, you're a longtime viewer of the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of a tag team match, a tag team tables match, you think of like a tornado tag, right?
I thought you were going to say a tag team. And
Or
I was
like
gonna
a
purposely say
tornado-
the wrong tag team.
A tornado like elimination almost, right?
Kind of. Like, I don't know.
Or is it normally first one through just automatically like the first member of a team to go through, that team loses?
It's
Is
usually,
that normally how it is?
It usually is specified. Because sometimes it can be tag in, tag out.
Okay.
But, like, in the era of, like, the Dudleys and Edge and Christian,
Right.
who, by the way, you're like, what tag team do you think of? I was going to be like, Edge and Christian, just to be a dick. Nah, so, because in, like, old games even and stuff like that, it would say tornado tag, tables match.
Right.
Otherwise, if it's just a tag team tables match, it's like, I don't know. Like, the line gets super blurry because then you have to play by the rules of a tag team match.
I know.
And then also a no DQ kind of thing.
Because it's tables.
It usually devolves into a tornado tag match,
And
but
it's
you can send the
yeah.
wrong person through a table and you won't win.
Oh, it has to be the legal person.
I believe so.
Okay, so that probably clears things up because they didn't specify tag or tornado,
Yeah.
but they did say the first, whenever a team's member goes through, that team loses. So, like, if Eric Young goes through, Sanity loses.
Well, if they said that, then I don't know if what I said holds up anymore.
What do you mean?
They said
Yeah.
whenever a team's member goes through.
Yeah, but like,
So, like,
maybe that's if it's an actual
Eric
tag
Young
match.
could just
maybe
be
this is a
screwing
tornado.
around, jump off the apron through a table, be like, LOL, and then he lost.
Yeah, like Big Show when he accidentally stepped through the table at WrestleMania.
Rip.
Was that WrestleMania?
I don't remember
I
what
don't think
pay-per-view that was.
WrestleMania. But still, that was one of the best moments ever. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I would assume it's a tornado tag.
I would
unless
assume too.
it's
But yeah,
specified.
so the stipulation, it's tables match. First member of a team to go through, that team loses.
I just know there's been instances where it's just been a normal tag match, but also a tables match.
Right.
So it's kind of like, why would you do that?
So
We're so quiet.
who do you guys have for this match?
I'm not going to give you my picks.
I have my picks set. You can check my phone. Plus, I would never change my picks because you picked someone.
Well, this is getting personal. I'm going to go with Sanity because they're new.
I'm going to go with Shinsuke.
That
Okay. He's not in this match, so
Keeping you on your toes.
Okay.
This is really
That's
great for
fine.
people that were like kind of curious. Yeah, I'm going to give you this guy that's not in the match.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
New
Which,
Day.
like,
then-
I'll touch up on that in a different match later because it'll be important.
Yeah. Okay, but in
Oh,
reality,
but-
what I'm
Wait,
thinking,
yes. No,
what
not this pay per view.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
what I'm thinking, honestly, is probably New Day.
Ooh.
I'm thinking it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be my pick.
Okay.
The wild card.
Okay.
No,
There's
I'm
no
going
specific reason, but it's just a wild card.
Full Sanity.
Yeah.
Full Sanity.
Full sanity.
Full sand.
Yeah. I'm also going sanity because they just called them up, and they've had 2 matches on the main card on SmackDown, and they've lost both of them.
Yeah.
You got to establish your
But
bitches.
Well, that's the thing.
That's what's gonna happen.
They're gonna establish sanity over New Day because New Day's not doing anything right now. They did a 3rd of July pancake eating contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty important. Gives them pause.
It was
to win.
literally to
What
set
else
up
do you
set up
do
sanity.
on the 3rd of July?
Besides for eat pancakes.
Exactly. So, eat pancakes.
Happy third.
Well, yeah, eat pancakes. That's
Happy
very important.
3rd.
Happy 3rd of July.
By the way,
everyone.
we're recording this on the 3rd of July.
No.
false. That's false information.
Well, actually, yes, we are. We're going to be wizards.
You fucking outed me.
We can tell them everything that happened from July 3rd to now, and they'd be like, wow, they were really accurate.
America grew another year.
Wow.
on the 4th.
Wow.
I don't know. Okay, but here's my thing. So I do
Fireworks.
want them to move this off of the pre-show though, because if they move this off the pre-show, they give it more time, and it could be a very good match. All of these wrestlers are fantastic performers.
I don't know. To me, it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. I don't really check to see if other people's feelings.
It's fair.
I just think there shouldn't be a pre-show anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
At least they shouldn't have pre-show matches.
There's a thing.
Yeah, you can have a
like-
pre-show, like hype
Like
everything up.
NXT has a pre-show, but they don't do pre-show matches.
Yeah.
They just talk.
Yeah.
They hype up the matches.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
Notice
Hashtag notice me, Pat McAfee.
Trend it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start it right now.
Just everyone go tweet.
All three.
Just go tweet at Pat McAfee to come on my podcast.
Can
I want it to happen.
Stop
Hashtag.
encouraging live tweeting if we're not live.
I'm not. It's not like I need it to.
Hashtag notice me. Fuck.
Yeah,
Pat,
it's
Pat
no-
McAfee.
no spaces.
And then also tag
How
Pat
do you spell
McAfee.
McAfee?
MCAFF or FEE. MC.
I heard a lot of letters and none of them were in the right order.
MCAFEE. McAfee.
It's like the web internet.
Notice me, McAfee.
McAfee. Pat McAfee.
Cafefe? Uh-oh, political.
He's actually fantastic on the pre-shows, though.
Hashtag build
I don't know if you've seen the NXT pre-shows with him on there, and he's like legitimately entertainment. What is he?
Nothing. So...
check your Twitter.
I'll check it later. I don't care.
Oh, well, now the audience isn't going to know.
Yeah.
What do you?
Check your Twitter.
Why can't you guys just say it then?
Because it
Because
would
he
ruin the
doesn't have a
surprise.
Twitter.
I do have a Twitter.
Follow me.
Dude, I follow like 2 people.
Our episode yesterday was called, or
Follow
2
me on
days ago
Twitter.
was called follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, follow
Here.
me on Twitter.
Let me reinstall Twitter.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to this match. I want it to have a, I agree there shouldn't be a pre-show, but because there is a pre-show and there's going to be a pre-show match, I hope it's not a pre-show match because I want it to be a long and a good match. I want it to have time.
I think it'll
still
be-
haven't. Did you check? I don't think you didn't tag me in it.
No, I didn't
Oh,
tag you
okay.
in it.
Well, that's what I was waiting for.
Do not in.
Why Build-A-Bear?
There it is.
Read the whole
Not
tweet.
liking- It was hashtag notice me Pat McAfee, hashtag notice me McAfee, hashtag Build-A-Bear.
Get it trending.
No,
Build-A-Bear's already trending.
I don't care.
there-
Why is
Therefore-
Build-A-Bear trending?
Because right now it's like they're gonna do this like promotion
actually
where
not
it's
a-
like
it's
no,
not a bad
it's-
idea.
yeah, exactly.
Tweet it with the trending tweet.
Because Build-A-Bear has this thing going on where if you're like a certain age, it's like pay your age. So
Oh,
whatever,
I saw
like
that.
whatever age you are, that's how much you can pay for Build-A-Bear.
I was like, this would have been cool if I was 6.
I am 12.
So if you're like
Green crayon.
so if you're like 112 years old, you're
Yikes.
screwed.
That's what there was a
For
restaurant.
21, it's like...
There's a restaurant in Wausau that like on your birthday you get your age discount off your meal. So like my grandpa would go every year, and when he turned like 97, he got 97% off of his meal.
So he got
his goal-
the biggest
His
thing,
goal
right?
was to get 100. You can't,
Nothing.
Nothing. It's fine. Oh boy. Okay, go on to the next match.
yeah, let's go on to the next. I have sanity.
You know what? Actually, why not have this as the pre-show match? It clearly did not hold our attention for this podcast, so why would it hold our attention?
I don't think any match is going to hold our attention for this podcast.
I don't think that WWE can hold my attention.
Okay,
anymore.
look, you put 3 guys with ADHD in a room. What do you expect? All right,
That's fair.
Pat McAfee tweet.
Pat McAfee and Build-A-Bear.
So the next match they have listed
Best podcast
is
ever.
a steel cage match between Kevin Owens and Mr. Monster in the Bank.
That's how the
Braun
show
Strowman.
opens.
Braun Strowman.
Is
That should be a main event.
is that how the
that is
show
not
opens?
going to be the main event.
It should
I
be
can tell you guys
a
what-
main event.
You know what the main event's going to be?
I don't care because it's gonna be some dude that thinks he's cool but he sucks,
Yeah,
and he's also Samoan.
yeah.
Not that the Samoan had
Samoa
anything.
Joe.
Samoan Joe.
Spelled
Call
disaster for you,
Samoan
but
Joe.
Samoan Joe, yeah.
Samoan.
Because Roman Reigns' name is Joe, and he's Samoan. So he's Samoan Joe.
Can they fight for like rights to the name Joe?
No,
No.
because his name is Roman.
Being like his name is.
Don't
they
break
suck
down.
at wrestling.
Don't break kayfabe. You can't break kayfabe.
Oh fuck!
Swears.
Wait,
You're breaking kayfabe.
Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Who you got?
well, if we can't break kayfabe, clearly Braun Strowman because he is just
He's
so
literally
much
unstoppable.
bigger than Kevin Owens.
No, but for real though, he has not lost in a very long time. And
Yeah.
even like the last match that he had, he won, but it was like a 5-man match, and the other 4 people hit their finishers on him, and then he still won.
You
Yeah.
want to know some cheeky bullshit?
Yeah.
What?
He can break the cage and his
Throw
feet.
Kevin through.
Yeah, an accident.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Or
so
break
like the
the
greatest
cage
Royal
and
Rumble
not
ever.
like sneak out of it, and then like match continues, and then somehow Kevin flies through like the hole in the cage.
So you have Kevin?
No, but I'm just saying like.
Oh no,
I
they
think it's
definitely
highly
could do that.
plausible that they
I
could
have
like
Kevin.
have a way of Kevin winning and have it not hurt Braun Strowman at all.
Oh, absolutely.
Brock Strowman.
Throwing Kevin through the wall. But then Roman just did that with Brock, so they wouldn't do that.
No, it didn't
Bet.
work.
They could still do
It didn't
They
work.
would definitely do it.
Yeah.
So
They're putting. All right, I'll save that later.
Yeah. Here's okay. So I had 2 different mindsets going into this. So Braun Strowman has the Money in the Bank. So my first thought is I think he's going to cash in soon, so he's going to lose because that's always the mindset.
I mean, he has to cash in kind of soon.
Exactly.
Because when else is Brock Lesnar going to be around?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's
Until
in my
January.
mind, he's for sure going to cash in at SummerSlam.
Look out, Dolph.
Yeah. If anything, they stripped the title off of him. So yeah, that's so like they're gonna have him cash in soon, so they're gonna have him lose. That's my first mindset. But then my other mindset is he's cashing in on Brock Lesnar and he's Braun Strowman, so they're still gonna have him win to keep him looking strong. I think
I think
But there's
Brock's
also-
done. Like
Huh?
he's out.
Brock,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Done.
But he's got to fight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but like, why would you have him win if he's done?
You beat Roman and then have him cash in.
Oh yeah,
Have Braun cash in. That's what I'm saying.
or just have Bobby win cleanly.
Bobby's not fit. No, I'm sorry. We'll get to that. Zach, what do you think?
with you guys are
We're
talking
still
about
on
like
Braun and
3
Kevin.
different matches right now.
We're still
I'm
on
so
Braun and
confused.
Tom keeps bringing up this other.
Hey man, to make a point, you got to make several other points.
Tom, quit playing games on your phone.
That's what I told him about like 10 minutes ago. It's like,
Stop! I need to beat 20.
Talks about not
give me it.
keeping
I'm
his
gonna beat
attention.
20.
I said
Zach.
you put 3 men with ADHD in a room.
Braun Strowman or Kevin Owens.
Give one man ADHD and a cell phone. What happens?
Also, I'm not diagnosed. Just throwing that out there. I probably do, but it's not diagnosed.
But who do I think?
Stigma.
I'm thinking that Kevin Owens. I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I feel like
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling the cage is actually going to win. But I'm thinking.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, exactly.
My calculations are all wrong.
I'm thinking that Kevin Owens will win.
There's a glitch.
Yeah,
in the
For the reasoning of like what Tom was talking about earlier, is that there could be some sort of like chicanery
Dastardly
that
heel.
happens.
See,
But
he's,
like
he's supposed to be the dastardly heel, but he keeps just running away from Braun. Like it's not like he's trying to trick Braun into something. It's not like he's trying to trap Braun
It's
and
mind
attack him.
games.
It's literally just running away.
It's
a
just
solid
mind
heel
games right
move.
now.
No, he literally has been trying to leave the arena the past 2 weeks with his car.
That's a solid heel move.
That's a chicken shit heel move.
Yeah, that's what heels are.
So like, why
Don't
would
say
he?
chicken?
So like,
Say cock.
that's why I don't get the. It's just dumb.
But like, I guess
Also,
the other,
Braun's just straight up bullying him. Can we acknowledge this?
No.
Braun he has no reason to be beating up.
have
Kevin
you learned
Owens.
nothing from Alexa Bliss, Kyle? The bullies always win. All right.
Yeah.
Real.
Alexa was not the bully in
there
that
it is.
situation.
My pick is Braun Strowman
Nah,
because the
but,
bullies
like,
always win.
as I'm trying to like point out here, at the Money in the Bank thing, like Braun like tossed Owens from a
Yeah.
very high thing. Like so, like I feel like put him in a cage. Kevin can't run away, so I could see Kevin getting thrown through the cage
Yeah.
and winning, and
That's
then
what
running
I'm
away.
Or thrown over the
But-
cage.
Braun Strowman throws Kevin Owens over
Yeah,
the
that's true.
fucking
It would have to
cage.
be someone smaller.
Yeah, you
White,
think?
the superplex. Anyway, that would hurt so bad.
Oh,
No shit.
it could be over through the table. Because people fall through the table all the time, like off the cell and stuff.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shane, get
The
down.
I was not sure.
The announce table.
Miscalculates crowd.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I wish.
Softer landing.
otherwise,
Kyle.
thank God that 3-year-old was there. I could have really hurt something.
Thank God Hannibal Buress was front row again.
Kyle Owens, what the hell?
It's just, I think Braun should win, will win. He has all the momentum too, and you have him as this monster in the bank. And if you want to book him as a monster, he needs to be a monster.
But I do see how you are saying how they could have Kevin win and still make Braun look strong.
I'm
like
saying-
how Kevin could chicken shit escape the cage.
Yeah,
And then Braun beats him up inside the ring after, or outside the ring, throws him back
Yeah.
in or something. And
I guess my pick is Braun, but I'm not getting rid of all other possibilities
right.
of like
Yeah.
I could see it happening.
My pick is also Braun. I think they have to make him look strong.
Make,
Two
You
for
already
two.
said Kevin.
2 for
Owens.
2 for picks,
Make
with me not
Roman.
agreeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty happy about those.
make Roman look strong.
The next match is hopefully the pre-show match.
I thought you were going to say Hulk Hogan. Not for a
Cat.
second.
What?
I am a real American.
Copyright.
Shit!
This is not copyright on pod. I mean, this does go on YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
Shh. Finn Balor
What, I can't say I'm a real American.
versus
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor versus
Prince Devitt.
Kevin.
Prince Devitt.
Why do I keep saying Kevin? Constable Corbin.
Kevin.
Prince
Constable
Devitt
Baron
Kevin
Corbin.
First, the former Colt.
What do you guys think?
Unfortunately, I do think Corbin's going to win.
I also do, because they don't treat the Prince with the, respect that he actually deserves.
But maybe this pisses him off, and all of a sudden a Demon Balor shows up at SummerSlam again.
That was the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
What? That
Um,
just made me so happy.
I do like that a lot. I might have to, yeah.
Bring back Demon Balor.
If this isn't on the pre-show, I think it opens up the night
I hope not.
and Finn wins.
It's a cool-down match.
I agree, but I also thought Daniel versus Cass was a cool-down match at Money in the Bank, and then it opened the show.
Yeah, that was a cool down match.
Oh, does this mean one of them's going to get fired?
Hopefully.
I hope not.
I hope
They're
one of
both
them does.
good. I don't like Corbin, but he's better. What?
That goes against every single thing you have ever told
I know,
me
but
in
I'm
the
saying
past 2.5 years.
Constable Corbin is a decent character. It's been entertaining. It's been very entertaining, and he's been very good in the role. I still don't like him. He's not a good wrestler.
Corporate Kane, but smaller.
Exactly. Thank you. I hate it.
Yeah, it's Sheriff Stone Cold. It's literally.
Yeah, but that was Stone Cold.
Yeah. People
Stone
like
Cold
both
was
the other
good.
characters.
I'm just saying, like it's a good role.
Nobody likes Baron
It's
Corbin.
It's a decent role. It's been entertaining on Raw. That I actually watch.
Go on.
Do you guys watch Raw?
Yeah.
A day late, but yeah.
You
Thanks,
watch
Hulu.
the WWE cut version of Hulu, edited version.
Can we keep cutted in the
Cutted.
finished product?
Yes, I don't edit this down.
WWE cut it.
I don't edit this at all. I do think Corbin wins. If
hope
the
not.
match, if it opens up the show, Finn wins. But that I always hate that I don't know the card, because like the last Money in the Bank, if I would have known that Cass and Bryan, I picked Cass, but if I would have known that it was opening the show, I would have picked Daniel Bryan. Like that's just easy. So like, I don't know. I always wish I knew the match card, but that's half the fun. I'm gonna go Baron Corbin,
Yeah.
and I hope Baron
That's
Corbin
dumb.
beats him up and shaves his head after the match.
No.
Why not?
Because.
Hair short already.
Yeah.
Fins?
Yeah.
It's decently long. It's about the length of yours.
It's kind of short.
Yeah.
Okay, but still, like going from that to shaved.
Going from 7 inches of hair to this is pretty short.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
For the sake of argument, and so you can go on to the next topic.
Jeff Hardy defends his Jeff Hardy defends his U.S. Championship against Shinsuke Cockknocker. The artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Artist.
Shinsuke Knox.
That was a good
Shinsuke
one.
Cockknocker. I can't take credit for that.
I was going to
That's
say,
from
I can
Cultaholic.
guarantee you didn't.
That's from Ross on Cultaholic. Shout out.
Dude, do you want Taco Bell?
Dude, I would totally get more nacho fries.
I'll go after the podcast. How about that?
Can we pause
Let's
the
go right
podcast?
now. Hit the square one.
Nope. Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Who
We
you
can
got?
combine them in
I got
post.
Jeff Hardy.
You got Jeff Hardy
Yeah,
retaining?
because they're not doing anything with Shinsuke.
I don't have Jeff Hardy retaining.
They're
As much as it pains me because Jeff Hardy's been my boy.
What I think is going to actually happen with this is that they're going to be like, Shinsuke's going to get one more loss, and then they're going to give him something.
face.
Which is dumb. Which is, I understand, which is so dumb, and my reasoning for it is dumb because he's lost the past, 6 things.
Yes.
But in, the reality of how, WWE has been booking everything, that would make complete sense of how they're going.
Yeah.
And it's so dumb.
I completely agree with you. That was my first reaction and my first thought process for this match. However, I watched Jeff Hardy these past 2 weeks on SmackDown, and good God is he hurt. He looks very stiff in the ring. He's limping. It's bad.
That's
limps.
an act.
Also been Jeff's style for
Okay, but
years.
he's been limping at house shows where he doesn't have to sell injuries. So it's legit. People have been saying
Maybe he
that he's
just
been
keeps it alive.
working injured for a long time. Plus, I think he has a court case with his DUI coming up soon too.
DUIs.
Who doesn't?
Fun fact: you can't get to Canada if you have a DUI.
That's true. That's a fair fact. I tried. I don't have a DUI.
But it is true.
Okay.
Even if it's off your record, they still won't let you in.
Fun fact. Canada is cold.
Just like Alaska.
Just like Alaska.
Fun fact: Canadians have the best vines. There's one where he blows an air horn at a goose and just goes, "Get fucked."
So they're going to take the title off of Jeff. I'm taking this back. They're going to take the title off of Jeff, and they're going to finally give the title to Shinsuke. I think it's just... and then Jeff's going to take some time off, and Shinsuke can have a big match at SummerSlam. Yeah, and I think this is where they're going to give... Shinsuke's going to get a lot of his heat back, because he's going to beat the ever-living shit out of Jeff.
How do you... Oh, I was just about to ask. How do you think
he's going to hit...
win?
He's going to hit him with a Kinshasa, and then he's going to hit him with a second Kinshasa and
he's gonna
pin
break
him.
his chin?
Pin him, and then hit him with 3 more after the match, and maybe a low blow or something.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well break his jaw.
The match
Joe's.
the match itself would be competitive, but then towards the end, Shinsuke's just gonna completely destroy him and just beat him up past the point of people are going to, because they're so, everyone's into Jeff. Everyone's always been into Jeff. So beating up that big of a baby face like
the
that,
law.
I think what?
I said including the law.
Except Europeans.
Yeah.
Hashtag
But
can't go on the
I know what
European
you're
tour.
saying. I think that's going to happen either a night or 2 nights later. Not
think
2
so?
nights later.
It would be
technically
2 nights later,
on
yeah.
SmackDown,
2 nights later or a week later.
A week and 2 nights later.
Yeah, a week and 2 nights later. Thank you for covering me there.
Yeah. Math is hard
But
sometimes.
dude, I know, tell me. But I think that this one will be some sort of miracle that Jeff will win. And then the next night it's no, I want a rematch with it, and then he just beats the ever living shit out of him from the start. And then gets it. And it's some bullshit reasoning of why he won. It was a count out, he clean shot
I would very
off
much
of the ring.
I can very much see that.
He beat it continues
Holding it
what
off
you're
until
saying. It's
SummerSlam or something.
it's it continues with what you're saying of how he just beats him up and keeps attacking him and keeps doing that, and then he hits him off the ring, and while Shinsuke's in his head, his own head about everything,
Yeah.
the count gets the 10 or something like that, and then 2 nights later, sorry, I got it all right that time. He is so frustrated, he goes out there, demands a thing, while somehow still not being able to speak English, is able to speak English.
One of the best gimmicks.
But he goes out there and then proceeds to Shinsuke Cockknocks.
If you see, I agree with that, but the only thing is, if you do that, it's just gonna feel too much like the AJ feud, where he's dominating, but he's still not winning the title. I think it's just damaging for them not to put the title on him.
No. All right. So
Yes, Tom.
I'm going to follow through. with like this opinion is that there's Shinsuke Nakamura, or Cock Knocker, if you will.
Shinsuke Cockney.
Yeah. Is at a pivotal point right now, as far as creative goes, where he can either finally win a championship or forever be booked as the guy that can get there but is never quite there.
So you think this is the cutoff?
I think this is the cutoff because after this,
Sunday.
like if you move him to Raw and all of a sudden he wins championships, it's going to be like, why? But like I could see it happening. But as far as him on SmackDown, if he doesn't get this one, what do you do with him from there besides continuously put him in some type of championship competition and not have him win?
Yes. That's
So,
why he
He
needs a
needs
belt.
this one, in my opinion. And if he doesn't get this one and then gets one later,
It's just perfect.
I'm going to think
too.
it's stupid because he had so many other opportunities where
Absolutely.
he should have. And it's going to, if he doesn't get this one, what was the point of the heel turn besides
a fun storyline for
the U.S.
Like,
I feel
2
like
months.
they could have fun with him in the U.S. title too, with the whole
I don't
not
speak
speaking
English.
English thing.
He's like, I can't
he could
read-
do
I can't
so
read
much
this.
things like non-American things.
They're going to lose so many rednecks.
I don't care. He's gonna be funny. No, because they're just gonna hate him.
What do you mean they're
gonna
going to
wanna
lose all of rednecks?
Unless it's on
Do you
American.
realize that 95% of
Deport him.
rednecks like WWE?
Well, I'm getting political.
Anyway,
Fun fact.
on to we're gonna save this because it's gonna be the main event, so we're gonna save it.
How do you know?
A 30-minute Iron Man match
I'll do the Bludgeon Brothers main event.
between 30-minute Iron Man match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins takes on the champion Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler
with
wins.
Drew McIntyre at ringside.
Dolph Ziggler wins.
What?
No, and why can't you do 60 minutes, you pussies? So, the only reason I said no to
Because there's 11 matches.
Because Dolph Ziggler is going to win and he can't go an hour.
He's been in the Rumble for an hour.
Yeah, well, it's not this year.
it's just, I think the whole point of the Iron Man match is if Drew gets involved, it hits Seth gets that win. So you rack up the wins.
But then Dolph gets a pin off of that, most likely.
She'd have to get a... Okay, so the only thing that I think would be hilarious is if they just keep giving Rollins wins by beating the crap out of him, and then Dolph just has a pin on him for like the last 10 minutes, and just
Yeah.
comes back from 20-0.
And then the one that's about to tie it, he kicks out of. No.
Call me WWE.
no,
I can
this-
give you even worse ideas.
This
hard
potentially
to
is
do.
going to be the match of the year. This has the potential to be match of the year.
Maybe.
In WWE or all around wrestling?
WWE. Because
Okay, I was going to say it because that would be a very
Did
bold
you
statement
see
by you, sir.
Kenny Omega versus
Okada
Chris
versus
Jericho?
no, Okada versus
Wasn't even that good.
Okada versus Omega was,
That was phenomenal.
apparently
That was-
7 stars.
Did you even watch it?
No, I still haven't
was,
seen it.
It was so good.
You watched it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
watched it that night when we stopped watching. I went downstairs and I watched it.
Oh, really?
It was
I
so
love-
good.
I need to watch it.
Okada
So
is a phenomenal
bad. Okada's so good.
Like,
He's amazing.
I want him and not Kenny.
But yeah, no, I think this has the potential to be one of the best matches in WWE of the year. Better than Ciampa versus Gargano, 1 and 2.
Oh,
I think so.
Really?
No.
I think so.
No.
I really do.
no.
I also don't
These
see
two
it.
are these two are that talented, and it's a 30-minute Iron Man match. There's a lot you can do with it.
Johnny
They-
Gargano will never be topped by anybody. Because Johnny
Fact.
Gargano is literally
Johnny
Wrestling.
he is literal wrestling.
Nah, see, like, the reason I can see, like, performance-wise, why it could be, like, as good athletically and all that stuff, but I'm not as invested in this as, like, Ciampa and Gargano.
True, the storytelling won't be
Yeah.
good, but I just think the match itself.
See, that's why the match was so good. With,
Well, yeah, 'cause it was such a
Ciampa and
blood feud,
Gargano. Yeah, because you were watching it going, and there was so much raw emotion with literally every single thing that's happening. This one's gonna be Dolph Ziggler flipping his hair backwards, and then also Seth Rollins flipping his hair backwards.
And then also, Drew
Drew
McIntyre flipping his hair backwards.
It's just gonna be 3 sweaty guys with long hair whipping it around. There's gonna be a few punches, a few super kicks, hopefully a curb stomp. I'm still bowling for a curb stomp.
I'm predicting one of two things to happen. Either,
I was
Can we
gonna
guess
say-
how many falls?
yeah, if you want to,
I'm going to go with 7.
total, the 4-3. Okay.
I'm not gonna make a pick.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna say 7.
At
6
30
to 1.
minutes, you
I'll
can't
say
get
9.
like a lot. Well, who knows? 'Cause
I'll
maybe
say 8.
Tied at 4.
Yeah.
I could see a tie, actually.
No,
You'd think Dolph has all 8.
5-3.
7-1.
Dolph has all 8.
7-1.
No, okay. One of two things is going to happen. Either
Rollins auto gets 1.
they're
I
going
guarantee
to,
it.
like, McIntyre's going to be interfering so much that Dean Ambrose is going to return and help Seth Rollins.
Is he cleared?
Yeah. Like, this is the earliest that he could. So he
Then
could be.
should
cleared.
I wear
What
my
happened
shirt
to
that night?
Jason Jordan?
Still,
We don't-
he's cleared.
We don't
Hasn't
wanna know-
returned yet.
We don't want to see Jason.
We'll get to.
Jordan anymore.
Actually, I passed the match that could have happened.
No, we can go back to it really fast.
We could. Jason. Some people have said that Jason Jordan is going to come out and attack Braun Strowman. Yeah, I'm not sure.
How-
R.I.P. fam.
Yeah,
How-
I don't know.
Dumb
I don't know.
would that be to both of
Um,
their careers at that point?
No,
if they went
so
to a
either
feud?
either McIntyre is going to get so involved that Ambrose comes out for the save, or Dolph wins from minimal Drew McIntyre interference, and then Drew turns on Dolph, and then we get Drew versus Dolph at SummerSlam, and Drew finally takes back the Intercontinental Championship
See-
after what 12 years.
But that's like one of
Not
those
12
bookings that you and I, like, you know, when we're like sitting around, we'll talk about and be like, oh my god, that's great. But that's also one of those like things that we think about, and that will never happen because WWE
never.
doesn't talk about it. Well,
It's
I mean,
gonna
no,
happen.
it's gonna happen. But like, I mean, this timing, like this, like how it would actually time perfectly. I see your hand up. You can just. I'm almost done. Then you can interject. Is that okay? All right. But, like, I see this happening at some point, like, you know, next month or something like that. But how
mean,
it
you
would
have to-
all, like, line up perfectly like this, like, where it would just be, like, one thing leads to the next. It
What do
just
you
doesn't
mean?
happen often. Like, it
do
just,
you
like,
mean?
when you're talking about this, okay, you go.
Okay. So we've been comparing Dolph Ziggler to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Like a lot, right?
Yeah.
Say Shawn Michaels
He's
comes out.
and
What
Drew's-
if he's
Drew's
Marty Jannetty?
No,
Drew,
Diesel.
like, boom.
No,
Drew.
Drew's Diesel
Nah,
in this.
He's
Absolutely,
got to be
100
Shawn Michaels.
He's 100. Drew is 100% Diesel in this scenario.
Only because he got big.
Yeah. And now he's the lackey for the champion that kicks people in the face.
Calm down.
I'm just
So,
saying.
I don't know. Like,
I think they
calm
need to
down.
do it now because then you have a quote unquote WWE's equivalent of a blood feud going into SummerSlam.
Oh, we were friends for 2 months. Now
Yes,
we're not.
I agree.
So, like,
They don't have long story. Daniel Bryan went on a podcast and talked about this.
I know.
They don't have long term storytelling.
It's dumb.
They're
it's
terrible
very
at it.
dumb.
They're
They
terrible
used
at it.
to.
They used to, yeah. And obviously they do in developmental.
Did you know since I started watching, WWE hasn't been actually good?
Yeah, just about.
I know.
You need
So,
to stop watching.
yeah, cut it
It wasn't
out.
good right before it.
It died like 2012. So, like, I guess, like, you were saying that you don't think it's going to happen, Zach, but I think it will happen because you don't just have two singles competitors be chummy with a singles title belt
Exactly.
for too long.
Yeah, and they showed a little bit of, like, you know, Seth called out Drew for taking orders from Dolph. They planted the seeds. I think it's going to happen this weekend. I think that's the most likely.
Did
But I
the
could also
seeds-
see Dean Ambrose coming out and then prolonging this.
Did the seeds reach the egg and fertilize it, though?
I'd see. That's the thing. I don't
on.
think
The
so.
thing, yeah.
Moving on, the Bludgeon Brothers
Pregnancy reference.
are going to defend their WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the reuniting Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Bludgeon Brothers.
You have Bludgeon Brothers retaining?
Yeah.
Bludgeon Brothers.
Why would they give? Why?
I really
why?
hope this isn't a long-term Hell No tag team.
It's not.
It won't be.
Okay, so here's the deal. Daniel Bryan's contract is up August 30th. 30th, 31st, whatever there is.
Is he not
30th.
gonna resign?
There's rumors that he has because the reason that they cleared him to wrestle again was to hope that he would re-sign with them. And now he hasn't. So now they're giving him this reunion thing and trying to get as much nostalgia out of the fans So they're probably going to do the Miz Bryan match at SummerSlam.
Thank God.
Because they might not have Bryan.
As long as we get it, I don't care.
So that's what. So yeah, they're not.
Yeah, they wasted their time with. They could have been building this up a little bit more.
This
but
is
they put him with Cass,
okay.
but
To be
that's
fair
okay.
though, this rivalry has been building for about a year now.
I know, but like they could
Miz
have been
and-
doing
Miz
a
and
little
Bryan.
bit more.
Oh, I
with
thought
it.
you meant
Well, they
Bludgeon
couldn't
Brothers.
'cause he
Hell
wasn't
no. And I
around.
was like, no,
This-
it hasn't.
This rivalry, Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No, has been cooking
One of the longest term storylines
that
in
WWE
recent
has had
history.
in like 10 years.
No, that's Brock Lesnar versus the fans. Anyway,
I'm leaving.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
no, I agree. Bludgeon Brothers have to win this, and then also because I think
They
there's.
don't even have to win it. They can be like, but they're going to win
I
it.
think they're going to because then I think SummerSlam they're going to do Bludgeon Brothers versus Sanity. I think that's what they're setting up.
Sanity.
Yeah.
Sad. Nah.
There's not much.
Sanity.
I will admit though, if this was a long term, if this was a long term thing for Team Hell No, I hate you. If this was long term booking for Team Hell No, I would want to give them the titles because they're super entertaining. Like they're really funny with each other. Kane is freaking funny. Like he's really funny. His comedic timing is impeccable.
Doesn't he have like a town he should be at?
Yeah, that's why it's not going to be also.
What did you say?
He's mayor now.
I said, doesn't
He's
he have
mayor?
a town he should be
Yeah, he won his
operating?
election.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think it's mayor.
Well,
Didn't
congratulations.
Rhino also win his election?
His was like a House of Reps though.
Did he win?
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Too bad we don't have an editor that can look this stuff up for us.
Matt and Ryan, look it up. Game Grumps reference.
All right, quick. Now we gotta
Yeah.
get that tweet.
But yeah,
out.
no, for real though, they're
Hashtag looking for an editor.
they're really entertaining together. Like these last couple of weeks of SmackDown have been very good. Their
I'm trying to get the little thing.
Oh.
their things together have been their segments together have been very entertaining. But so if it was long term, I would want to give them the titles, but they're not going to win the titles this time. Bludgeon Brothers for sure. Entertaining match though.
Yeah.
Three good wrestlers and Rowan. I mean,
Yeah. I was going to say, really?
no,
That's,
it's three good
you're going to
wrestlers.
say Eric Rowan is a better wrestler?
Okay, actually, two good wrestlers, a former good wrestler, and Rowan.
And Daniel Bryan.
That's 5 people.
Wow. Wait.
So now
And
we
Drew
have
McIntyre.
one of the most extreme matches I've ever seen.
Bring back Justin Gabriel. Go on.
It's Carmella versus Asuka with James Ellsworth in a shark cage above the.
So that
I
thing
hope-
that we were talking about, we're like, oh, but Roman just threw someone through a cage. Oh, they're not going to do that again. And then I was like, yeah, but they're putting Ellsworth in a thing again.
They never put him in the cage.
They
before.
put someone in a cage though.
It was Enzo,
Oh, yeah.
and it was also Jericho, and also Paul Ellering. You know why they've been doing so many shark cages all of a sudden?
Because the rental fees are like
Nope.
astounding.
Because they made a toy. They made a ring with a shark cage above it, and they've been trying to sell them.
we promise this is still a thing.
Yeah, so
Please stop.
that's cool. But anyway, Carmella's defending her WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka with James Ellsworth in a shark cage above the ring.
I hope
Who-
Ellsworth gets eaten by a shark.
Yeah, me too. No, actually, he's very entertaining right now.
Starring in the new movie, Meg gets eaten by the megalodon.
With Dwayne The Rock Johnson
Who you got?
as the Megalodon.
I thought it was. Okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson
this
as the
is-
Megalodon
do
eating
you-
James Ellsworth for interference.
Who do you
But
got? in
Rock
this match?
sink.
Who do you got in this match?
James Ellsworth.
Wait.
So you have James Ellsworth walking out of the SmackDown.
Oh, can we pause
Yes,
this
because he's done it
conversation
before.
for 2 seconds while we're like
Yes.
in the topic of mixed matches, I guess.
Yes.
So Summerfest had that Brew
Oh.
City wrestling thing. And
Really?
yeah, our mutual friend Brandon, I say mutual friends so like the audience knows.
Yeah.
He and I were watching this, and there was like this mixed tag team match, and like a woman tagged in, and I was like, okay, cool, that guy's got to tag out because I was like fake commentating the whole thing. That guy did not tag out.
What?
In fact, beat the shit out of her, and then she tagged out, beat the shit out of him, and then a much bigger woman was on their team, and she tagged in and beat the shit out of a dude, and I was like, what is happening? Both of you lost.
That's amazing.
I was just like, I was so appalled by this. I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, they just did it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, but that was Ronda.
like, did Kurt ever hit Stephanie?
Rosie.
Yeah, Kurt. I mean, he
Intentionally, because I know like
Yeah,
Roman
no.
speared her.
he for sure at least put her in the ankle lock.
That's different though. It's not like I'm gonna punch this woman in front of a
think
crowd.
I think he hit
What is
her.
this?
I don't know.
Brew City
You're not gonna.
You're gonna find it, but I don't.
Not gonna find a video of it.
Wrestling.
Anyway,
Summerfest.
I doubt.
who do you guys have for this match?
Um.
Carmella, Asuka.
Oh.
See, I'll be honest with you. When I was going over this stuff, I saw Ellsworth in a shark cage, and I checked out.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then I completely forgot to make a pick. Probably Carmella.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. That's not even me being a goof. Like I actually like don't know with this. Like
What's your best guess?
Asuka.
See,
See,
I
but
really
as
want Asuka,
Yeah, but as
but
I
at this
say
point
that,
it'd be stupid.
yeah, but as I
stupid.
say that, I'm like, no,
It's
it's gonna be
WWE.
Carmella.
So here's the thing. On SmackDown this past week,
It's gonna be Becky Lynch.
it was Ellsworth versus Asuka in a lumberjack match.
It's gonna be Alexa Bliss.
And
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat what you just said.
Ellsworth
Yeah,
versus Asuka
in a lumberjack.
in a
match?
lumberjack
The
match.
hell does that
was
even
on
mean?
SmackDown, wasn't it?
You've never seen a lumberjack match?
No.
They fill the outside of the ring is people outside. So all the women were outside the ring. So then when
I
Ellsworth
thought you were
tries to
gonna say
leave,
where it's like it was
Former
filled with like
WTC.
no, it was like filled with like
Brewers
wood.
in 6. What is your Twitter? Oh my god, is that Braun?
Yeah, what is my Twitter?
Oh, wait.
That is the
I didn't hit the right
definite
button.
like definition.
yeah, no.
of
So
my
like
Twitter.
women they were standing outside the ring. So every time Ellsworth would try to leave, they would throw him back in the ring.
I don't even know if I followed.
When
That's
was
a
that?
lumberjack match. That was on SmackDown.
Oh.
So
That's been
Asuka
like
won
a
that.
really old thing.
Asuka made Ellsworth tap out with the Asuka lock. After the match, Carmella came in to try to attack Asuka, but Asuka got the upper hand.
Okay.
Ellsworth then sprayed Asuka with hairspray in the face, and then Carmella kicked Asuka in the face to get the upper hand.
So
So
you
that is not me.
Do
Olsen
you-
2K18.
Ah.
Follow me on Twitter, Olsen 2K18.
follow me on Twitter at Zachary Reisman?
Follow me at Twitter once I learn my Twitter handle.
Jesus.
He doesn't know his Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's Tom first, isn't it? Like
Like
TOM1ST.
Like spoilers, my Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not putting my Snapchat out there.
Add me on Snap so I can just look at my friend requests.
But yeah, so my prediction
at Cody Burnett.
is that Ellsworth is going to smuggle the hairspray into the shark cage and then drop it, and then Carmella's going to use the hairspray.
I like
Or
how you
she-
don't
or
even
she
have your
just, like-
name on here. You just have
KO, aka Howard J. Dingers.
What is
trademark?
what's my name on here?
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, Preppy Greaser.
Preppy Greaser.
Yeah.
Prepper Greaser.
I am Preppy Greaser.
But his name is his handle, so that works.
This piece is my official.
Wow, we have gotten off. Why are we talking about Twitter? Tom, get off your phone.
No, I have to.
Brewers
I
and
was gonna-
6.
Yeah, I saw that. I left.
Hashtag Brewers and 6.
I also voted for Jesus like 12 times.
12?
Like
That's it?
in like 15 minutes before I had to go to work.
Oh, okay. I sat at work.
I was just like doing this, and then I had to drive to work, and I was like, shit.
I sat at work and voted probably a good 100 times.
Yeah.
I really wanted him in.
But,
Anyway.
like, hey, he did it.
Okay, so here's my
we
other thing.
did it.
Even if even if Asuka or even if Carmella like doesn't win by the hairspray or something, Ellsworth is gonna escape like Enzo did or something.
He's gonna jump.
Yeah, like
How
Enzo did that.
escape?
Enzo, he's just small enough, and he slicked himself up with oil and then slipped through the crack. He was small enough to get through without the oil.
He was dry as fuck.
Yeah, with his consensual. Never mind.
Rectangles.
But so Carmella's gonna win this because
Sorry.
the next woman that they're building as a contender. The next woman that they're building is Becky Lynch. So it's going to be Becky versus Carmella at
Has
SummerSlam.
she
So
won
are
one?
you saying
She has
Carmella?
won a title? She was the first SmackDown Women's Champion.
Are you? So who are you picking?
I'm picking Carmella.
You're picking Carmella.
I'm picking Carmella because then it's going to be Carmella versus Becky Lynch at SummerSlam.
But then what do you do with Asuka?
Nothing. Literally, no, seriously. So here's the beauty of SmackDown.
Let her sit there in the back pocket.
Here's the beauty of SmackDown and the deep roster. You can have her off of TV for a month or two, and then bring her back and basically redo it. Like she'll get a pop because she's been gone for so long. That's what they're doing with Samoa Joe right now. When's the last time you saw Samoa Joe?
When's the last time I cheered for Samoa Joe?
The last time I saw Samoa Joe.
TNA.
Ooh. No, dude.
We don't talk about TNA.
He's so good. It's Impact now.
Exactly. That's why we don't talk about TNA.
Anyway.
Tits and ass?
Carmelo walks out champion.
James Ellsworth walks out with the title around him.
No.
Scroll.
The deleters of world. The deleters of the world. Deleters of worlds. The deleters of worlds. Matt
Singular.
Hardy and
We're the
Bray
only
Wyatt
one.
take on the B team. The B stands for best. In
Bitch.
Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel
Do you want to know
for the Raw
why this match is
the Raw
dumb?
Tag Team Champions. Why?
Because just might as well just give everyone a fucking tag team. I want to see more random shit. No, I don't want to
What do you
see
mean?
Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel anymore on the same team.
Why not?
It's just
I want Curtis Axel reestablished as a singles competitor.
I kind of agree with that. Bo Dallas is also good though.
I feel like if you put the belts on B team, you're just kind of making a mockery of the belts.
But they've been winning lately. They're
Yeah,
literally on a winning
But
streak.
their whole
But they're
gimmick is
also,
we're the B team.
yeah, and also right before
And
that
the B
they were
stands for
the
best.
Miz to Raj.
The B stands for best.
Yeah, okay. That might be what it stands for.
That's literally
But what it says is that we're subpar.
the B stands for best. So they're the best team.
We're a 3.0 on
And
a
they've proved
4.0
that.
scale.
They've proved that for the past 6 weeks because they've been winning.
I just don't want to see him.
You're not going to sway me on this. I feel like if they put the belts on them, it's just not. It's going to be
It's
like,
like when
oh,
they
look at
put the
these
belt on Enzo.
meaningless thing.
It's like when they put the belt on Enzo. It just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Well, it made perfect sense. He made the weight class, but
Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win this match.
thank you.
Because
Why are we arguing over this?
the B team are okay. If they would have done this at Money in the Bank, because they set this up before Money in the Bank and then just left it off the card for some reason, if they would have done this at Money in the Bank, I would have picked B team. Because they actually had momentum, they were over, they were entertaining, but now they just did the same thing for 4 weeks before.
There's two reasons why they're not the A team. One, copyright.
Copyrighted.
Two,
One, Mr.
because
T.
then people would
Two.
say it's the awesome team.
Also copyright. Hashtag Miz.
Yeah.
Hashtag I'm Miz and I'm awesome. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win because at SummerSlam
They're better.
they're better, and because they
They're
are going to
actual team.
drop their belts at SummerSlam to the Authors of Pain. You have a problem
Okay.
you have the problem with the
Okay.
Authors of Pain,
We
Tom?
went over this.
Well,
What?
explain it.
Well,
because
he
did
wasn't
you go-
here.
Yeah.
Paul Ellering. They kicked him out. No, I don't give a shit.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, we did go over that. I agree, but they are still good wrestlers, and they're big and they're scary. So they're big, sweaty men. So Vince McMahon likes them.
They're strong.
Vince McMahon likes big, sweaty men. It's
Can
a
I
real
record-
thing.
Can I record that so I can
Cultaholic.
wake up to that?
I'm going to
Yes.
cut that part out and just have it as my ringtone.
Big.
Get a text message.
Vince
Vince
McMahon
McMahon.
likes big, sweaty men.
Yeah, I'm
Vince
totally-
McMahon likes big, sweaty men.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Baron Corbin.
Yep. The phenomenal AJ Styles defends his WWE Championship against
Phenomenal. Baron
the
Corbin.
Bulgarian brute, Rusev. Happy Rusev Day, everyone.
Happy with that day.
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day, bud.
But yeah, AJ versus Rusev. Who you got?
Rusev.
I'm actually torn on this one.
How the hell are you torn?
Because
Rusev is apparently a better wrestler than Shinsuke
that's
Nakamura.
not what I'm saying at all.
I'm kidding. That's why I said
Ever.
apparently.
It's just that he's over as fuck.
The correction was over as fuck. Have you seen the
miss
last
something?
that was over? Not is. He is
Explain.
not over.
Paint a
anymore.
word
Rusev
picture
Day
for me.
isn't-
The last couple weeks on SmackDown, he has not got a big
Break its
reaction.
ass.
Mostly because 1 week he'll come out and be a face and be, happy Rusev Day, everyone. I'm really fun. And then he'll come out the next week and shit on your hometown and tell the other dude that I'm going to break into your house and he's a heel. So he's flip-flopping, and now the last 2 weeks he's been straight heel, and he's been a serious Rusev. He's not over anymore. It's just not. It's not the time. If they were gonna give him the title, it should have been 2 months ago when people were chanting Happy Rusev Day at Ring of Honor shows and New Japan shows.
I feel like it still could have been the time if this is the case, but they put him in the time and they panicked. They're like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? It's AJ Styles. We don't want to ruin AJ Styles. Let's ruin Rusev.
Yeah, let's bury him more.
Also, they're not gonna have Rusev carry the title into SummerSlam.
Well, then he would lose it beforehand.
They wouldn't.
Well, I mean, they've done that before.
Not with the WWE Championship.
Rusev.
They do that with the IC and the US belt. They don't do that with the WWE.
I mean, they
Brock
could,
Lesnar.
though. They
They're
still,
not going to.
could.
That's still still their belt, especially with the other one gone.
Especially with the other one not being seen for 7 months.
Yes.
#stripped.
They need to. Yeah. But anyway,
No, but he's a big old cash cow
AJ wins.
from Minnesota.
AJ wins pretty easily. I think this will be a good match, though. They're both very good wrestlers, and AJ can carry a match. Jeez.
Whoa.
Ugh. AJ can carry a match.
Well, who would
choked
AJ
up over there.
wrestle at Summerfest then?
Huh?
Not Summerfest. SummerSlam.
If AJ
What?
Styles wrestled at Summerfest, I would lose my shit.
What are you saying?
Who would he wrestle at SummerSlam?
AJ?
Yeah.
Joe.
Shinsuke
Okay, but who would he wrestle at
Nakamura.
SummerSlam?
Samoa Joe.
I'd much rather watch Rusev versus AJ Styles than Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles.
What? How are you even a wrestling fan? You saw them in their primes.
Because he has
Yeah.
different opinions than people
So,
on Twitter.
why would you not want to see them on a WWE stage?
Because Joe's old now.
He's still good.
So is AJ.
Yeah, but
both-
AJ can still, move.
So can Joe.
So can Joe.
Have you not watched the Joe match recently?
Probably not, if you're this hype on him. Because I've watched Joe matches lately, and it's just been... I'm not impressed.
No,
Well, I'm
he's
sure
Maybe it's
still
because
not-
it's Roman Reigns, and, that's it. But, it's
he's
just...
still very good. He's still very good.
During the Money in the Bank match, he was phenomenal in
Yes.
True.
that. Like,
Yes.
he was
True.
so
he was really
good
good
in that match.
That's true.
I'm just Joe versus and plus he's versus AJ versus Roman.
My problem with him in the Money in the Bank match is that it didn't even look like he wanted to win the Money in the Bank.
He just
That's
looked like he
fair.
wanted to beat the
That's
shit
just
out of
bad.
him.
That's bad booking though.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna hurt
Okay,
you."
but just think about this though. Some of the best matches that Roman Reigns has ever had was 2 years ago when he defended the WWE Championship against AJ Styles.
Sheamus, what?
No, when he defended against AJ. Those are so AJ can obviously get good matches out of Joe. Joe can have good matches with almost anyone except for Roman.
I just think at this point in time, when you compare Rusev to Samoa Joe, in terms of athleticism,
Oh well, yeah,
speed,
yeah.
and pacing of matches,
But Joe's still a better wrestler. Storytelling wise,
storytelling wise, I can see it.
technical wise,
Technical wrestling,
yeah,
yeah.
that's that's easy.
But I,
I
just think you're gonna have more big fun spots with Rusev versus AJ.
Which
is
you
why
would
we're
if, it
getting
was
it
an,
on
if
Sunday.
it was an Extreme Rules match, but it's not. Why are there?
Why?
There's so many.
What in here is even an Extreme Rules match?
The next match that we're going to talk
James
about.
Ellsworth hanging over the
Yep.
ring.
There's the Iron Man match, which is
Yeah.
not extreme.
Not extreme
it's
at all.
just a long match.
Very plain. And
It's
if you use
the
anything, give
the
the
steel
other person
or the
a thing.
shark cage match, which is still a normal match, but with a manager.
Create a different name.
And then there's the
Great
tables
American
match.
Bash.
There's
Bring
the
that
tables
back.
match. There's the tables match.
Bring back capital punishment.
They're dropping Clash of Champions.
Ooh, really?
Yep.
Why?
No idea.
Stupid.
Because they
Like
have
Clash
Those great balls of
Night
fire.
of
is gonna take
Champions,
its
though?
place.
Is that still a thing?
it was the same thing.
Oh.
They brought back Clash and then they dropped Night. Yeah. So now but now they're dropping Clash too. It's dumb. There's a whole
I don't know. That's my thing. Even with Hell in a Cell now, it's maybe one match with Hell in a Cell.
So
you
there
can
were
have
two
a
last year,
different
but yeah, it's just bad.
title it something else. Don't title a
It
pay-per-view
shouldn't
after a
be
match
named after matches.
if not even half the matches are
It's
that
so
match.
bad. But yeah, AJ wins.
Extreme
everything
Rules
should just
women's
be-
match. Make it happen.
Unfortunately, I don't think they're giving AJ or Rusev the title.
Ever.
I just can't see it. No. They missed their chance. If he gets over again, they could try it, but I think they missed the window.
I think if they put Lana back with them, they should.
I think they will put Lana back with them. Okay, the next match is an Extreme Rules match, finally, for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, that thing I opened up a segue for you to do. And you didn't use it.
Yeah. Segue. Alex.
2 minutes late.
Alexa Bliss defending her title
He was
against
dead. You had to plug it in.
Nia Jax. Who you got?
Ronda Rousey.
You think she's going
I
to walk
think-
out the champion?
I think Ronda Rousey's going to come out and interfere.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah,
the winner
Ronda
is
Rousey's sitting on-
decidedly
And so,
dependent on what Ronda does.
so I think it's going to be Alexa winning with Ronda Rousey coming out and beating the shit out of her.
How does that work?
Because,
It's
it's an
an
Extreme Rules match,
Extreme
isn't
Rules.
it? Damn.
Here's okay.
I forgot about that part.
See that
I
was
feel
my
like
exact thought.
Ronda and Nia aren't even like that great on terms.
No, they're not.
I feel like Ronda's gonna get involved, and
But
then all
Ronda
of a sudden,
got-
just because see Nia and Alexa just
But Ronda
Beat
got
the shit out of
suspended.
Ronda.
Got suspended
She's
because
gonna be
she was
ringside.
beating. No. I'm saying she got suspended because she beat up Alexa. She has unfinished business with Alexa. She doesn't care about Nia anymore. She basically beat Nia, so she that's over. Unless
But
she
then
wins the
why
title,
have her face Alexa for a non-title?
it won't be for a non-title.
So you're thinking Alexa's going to walk out winning?
Yes, because here's my thought process. I had
Ronda
the same thought
wrestle
process
full
as you.
time yet?
Huh?
What?
I hope so. She will after SummerSlam. I've been saying this so many times. So here's my thought process, because I had the same thought process as you. I was like, okay, well, yeah, Ronda's gonna beat up Alexa, and then Alexa's gonna win, and I was like, wait a minute, no DQ, obviously, so they can't do that. So
They could do that.
what do you mean?
She beat the shit out of Alexa. You said and Alexa win. All right.
Yeah, see, that's it.
That's why.
No.
I misheard.
She goes
I
in-
thought you said a Nia win. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how that would work.
And she gets so angry at both of them because, I don't know, somewhere in the match you can have Nia bump into her, like over the guardrail or something, and Alexa pushes Nia into her or something. Then she's mad at both competitors. Ronda can go in the ring and beat the crap out of both of them. But because she wants to face Alexa, she'll throw Alexa over Nia for the pin.
What if she
The motionless corpse of Alexa.
I'm going to say this correctly. What if she fireman suplexes, or to some, an attitude adjustment,
Okay.
Nia onto Alexa?
Yeah, something like that.
It's something wild. Just
I think that she will beat up both of them and then put Alexa on Nia for the pin. Because she wants to face Alexa at SummerSlam.
But then that would just probably start a feud with Nia. See, I think the end game with this is a triple threat.
Ooh, God, I
At
hope
SummerSlam.
not. Oh, God, I hope not.
And that's what I also think, because WWE
I
does
don't
love
think
their
so.
triple threats.
I don't think so.
Well, it's like she has
Not with Ronda.
unfinished business between
They just like the triple threats, though.
She doesn't
so-
Nia and Alexa.
Well, she would after
She never
this.
got like a clean
Well, yeah.
win or loss against Nia.
If she comes in there and beats the shit out of Nia and has her lose, she's going to have some business with Nia.
And plus, this way you
Like,
don't you can continue Ronda wrestling full time after SummerSlam.
I think she wins
because-
the title at
I
SummerSlam.
don't think she does if it's a triple threat.
Well, me either, but I don't think it'll be a triple threat.
triple threat.
I can't roll by ours, otherwise I would do that
Me
right
either.
back.
I don't think it's a triple threat.
It's like I'm genetically
I
superior.
really
out
don't.
of both of
Stop.
you.
Darwinism affects us all.
I think Alexa walks out, and then I think it's Alexa versus Ronda at SummerSlam.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nia doesn't win this match.
No, I agree with that.
So we're just
Because
gonna
Nia's
fall-
the bully. Nia Jax is the bully of this situation.
They messed Nia Jax up so bad.
Yeah, because
She won
they
after-
I don't
turned her
know who
into
is
a
what
bully.
anymore. Honestly,
Because Nia Jax
Honestly.
turned her into a bully.
Yeah, honestly, she turned into a bully when she feuded with Ronda.
Oh, you mean like the classic like high school movie where like the nerdy kid becomes popular and then becomes a dick after complaining about getting bullied, and then is
But
gonna
then
have
the
a come
bullies-
to Jesus moment where it's like I'm the bully and then stops.
She didn't have that moment.
Yeah, it's because creative forgot.
Creative forgets a lot of stuff.
Creative forgets a lot.
Creative forgot who threw a pie at Kevin Owens at 4th of July last year. They literally made it a mystery. Like, they were like, oh, who threw the pie at him? and then never talked about it again. Never have brought it up. Like the next week, Kevin started a feud with someone else, and they didn't bring up the pie at all. I think it's funny. Okay. The main event of the evening. The main event, yeah, like the Raw GM. The main event of the evening is the main event of Extreme Rules is a singles match. Well, I think this will be the main event. Is a singles match between Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley.
Oh, they're single?
Yeah. Not an Extreme Rules match, not any sort of stipulation
Roman's
match
married
at all.
as a kid.
Nah, Kyle said it was a singles match. Look, clearly they're single.
Who do you got?
Who do I want or who do I got?
Yeah.
Who do you want and who do you think will win?
Well, want Bobby Lashley.
Of course.
Samesies.
Think not Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
You want some fun facts?
No, wait, I want to give my opinion first.
Yeah, go.
Roman's going to win. Now you can have it.
Wow. Thanks for that insight, Zach.
Yeah, no
Fun
problem.
fact, kangaroos can't jump backwards.
What?
Did you actually not know that?
Dude! Fun fact. Kangaroos have a pouch on their tummy.
Couldn't even get through it. So,
Damn.
fun fact for you guys.
Fun fact, eucalyptus actually kills koalas.
I knew that. I knew that one.
If Roman Reigns wins this, not even wins. If he main events this pay-per-view, he will pass someone to become 11th overall.
Someone as in, like, we can't say their name.
Like
no,
Chris
as someone
Benoit.
as in I don't
Chris
know who it is.
Benoit?
I don't know the
Why
entire list.
can't we talk about him?
I only know 11 and 10. He will pass someone to become 11th overall in main eventing pay-per-views.
Who's 11 and 10?
10 is Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
So
for the love of God.
after this, if he main events this pay-per-view, I know these names. Listen, after this pay-per-view, if he main events, he will have main evented more pay-per-views than Bret Hart, than Kurt Angle, than Edge, and someone else I don't remember. A lot of people actually, but I think this is going to main event because of all this. And if he wins, because it's a no stipulation match too, I think that puts him up there with like a straight up one-on-one match to end a pay-per-view. He's had more of those than, like the only people who have had more are like Undertaker, Jericho, and Cena or something like that. Stone Cold maybe. Yeah. So he's getting up there as far as main eventing pay-per-views. So I think this will main event this next pay-per-view, and I believe that he will win because I think he's going to go on to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Yep.
There's not much to say about it. What I think should happen is I think Bobby Lashley should turn heel, beat the ever-living hell out of Roman Reigns, and then he can beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because then you have Bobby beat Brock, Braun cash in on Bobby, and then you have that feud going ahead instead of Brock. You can forget about Brock.
Oh, this is just
I just don't know how you fix the Universal belt.
It's going to take a long time.
You know what I mean, though?
Yes.
You start with just getting it off of the guy it's on
You
now.
start by getting it on TV.
Yeah. But it's just going to be so awkward and out
you
of place for a
you
while.
give it like a good champion. Like a good
and then,
champion.
Storylines are going to change because now they're trying to fill 3 hours with only like one championship besides the women's and tag. So now you're going to have another championship to add in there, which will probably help fill the time
I was
more.
going to say that's going to help a lot.
But I feel like they're just going to fuck it up to begin with because it's just been so long that it's just, oh, hey, belt's not here. Let's put all this filler in.
The only thing that gives me hope is that apparently the wrestlers, I don't know how they view it now, but the wrestlers view that belt as still the WWE Championship. Just it's on Raw. Like when Kevin Owens won it, everyone was like, oh, you won the Universal, do you still want to win the WWE? Like, is that still your goal? And he was like, this is the WWE Championship. Like, I've reached my pinnacle.
I feel like he said that for the...
It's not, it wasn't like it's just him saying it. It's
I know,
not
but I feel like he still said that for the sake of saying it.
Just imagine, in an interview.
It's the
No, I peaked.
It's
Yeah.
the world championship.
Yeah,
that's
like,
how it
I
is
under-
supposed to be.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but like, you know, you go your entire life and say like, I want to win the WWE Championship, and then you win the Universal Championship.
But it's a world
Which
championship on WWE TV.
I understand that,
That'd be
but like,
like
I feel like
it's a
if you
universal.
say
it's like winning the
Yeah,
heavyweight
exactly.
championship.
But
when
I
they had
feel
that.
like,
Champion
but
of
that
the
was
universe.
prestigious. Like the
one-
Universal
that's the only
Championship is
thing. This
not
one-
prestigious at all.
Not yet.
I missed the world heavyweight.
Then I don't even
do
think
miss
it
the
was
world
when Kevin had it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
the thing. Kevin was building it, but then they threw him in with Goldberg. Goldberg had it for 2 months, and then Brock won it.
Yeah. So like,
Pretty sure Goldberg appeared more in those 2 months than Brock.
he did,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he only defended it twice.
which is about as much. As
Yeah, honestly.
Brock's defended it 6 times in a month or in a year and a half.
Nice. That's pretty impressive.
CM Punk defended his like 40 times or something like
Dude.
that.
I mean, I guess it's more
That's
like-
just being a
it's closer to
tryhard.
a UFC
Huh?
schedule in a way.
Brock?
Yeah, because like they don't fight every UFC event.
Well, yeah, but like
But
this
this
is
isn't
WWE,
UFC.
where you fight every
I just-
fucking
all-
night of a week.
He
I'm
isn't
not
getting punched in the
justifying it.
face.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying
And if he gets
it's
punched in the
closer
face,
to that kind of
then
schedule.
he elbows the guy in the forehead until he bleeds in the middle of the ring.
Which, if they booked it that way instead, I'd be like, oh.
I just love that we're supposed to be talking about Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, and we're talking about Brock Lesnar.
But
That's
fuck
how much.
that match
That's
because
how
I don't
much
give
people,
a shit.
That's how much people care about this
I
match.
don't care about anything
If
with
this
Roman
match,
anymore.
honestly, if this match goes on
This
last,
is
I said this.
boring.
You guys weren't at the last one.
This
I said
is
it last time at
boring.
Money in the Bank. If that match, if it would have been Roman versus Jinder, the main event, I literally told them I wouldn't have watched. I would have go sat in the car and waited for them to leave. And I'll say that this time too. If it's Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley as the main event, I'm not going to watch. I'll sit for the bell to get my point, and then I'm going to leave. I'm not going to watch it.
yeah.
gonna be dumb.
There's no use to
No,
watch it.
there's just
So
abs-
are you actually
Get
going to leave if that is like the main event?
yeah, I'll go in my room and prepare for the podcast. Which, by the way, we're recording a podcast immediately after Extreme Rules with 7 different people.
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck.
We're
It
still
is
not
gonna
going to
be
have enough
close.
mics.
We're not gonna have enough mics. That's
Even
okay.
if I-
And a bunch of
We'll figure something out.
volume
We don't.
imbalance is gonna keep
But
We
yeah,
don't even have enough in the actual studio. Like the radio studio.
well, yeah, but we never have enough in the actual studio anyway.
That's fine, you know.
This is talking about behind the scenes shit. Let's get back to the actual podcast.
I mean, we're done.
Oh, are we?
Bye.
So you can get Taco Bell.
Yeah, I think Roman wins.
I think Nacho Libre comes out of nowhere.
I think this is going to be the main
Match.
event. So I apologize for you not watching all of the matches.
I don't need to watch. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll stay for the opening bell, get my point, and then I'll leave.
We could all just
Don't
do
need
that.
to.
What
Yeah,
if it's like a cool down match?
I hope.
That's what it should be.
I agree. But that's
what
the
it's
thing,
gonna
though.
be.
is-
Either AJ and Rusev or
because it's the world
Seth,
title.
Seth and Dolph,
Seth and Dolph
or
will open.
Alexa and Nia.
Seth
I
will
feel like
close.
AJ Rusev is going to be the third to the end.
Seth will probably open the match again, or the pay per view.
I hope he
Thought you
opens
said
up his own
somebody else
match.
was opening.
I feel like
Would they
no.
have
I
an
said
Iron Man
if.
match going and like opening it up?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
They opened-
your logic right there actually isn't
What
like
WrestleMania
bad.
was it?
They opened Raw with it.
Was
or
it
that was
24?
the gauntlet match, but I mean, it was still Seth was in there for an hour, and then WrestleMania, Seth opened.
Could you imagine like wrestling like for an hour doing all that shit? Like especially if how like Seth wrestles.
Dude, you should
No.
ask Shawn Michaels and
Like-
Bret Hart what that feels like.
They did it. Didn't Cena and Orton do an hour?
Yeah, but who cares?
But that would just be like so.
That'd
That'd
be
be
ridiculous.
so
I've seen that
tiring.
Orton, so like,
Who else did one? Triple H, HBK? No, Triple H, Angle.
HBK, Bret Hart.
Well, Angle did one. Triple H did one. I'm not sure. Extreme Rules. I'm excited, but I'm going to be disappointed, like always.
I'm not excited, but
I'm
I'm going
always
to be
excited.
disappointed.
I'm always excited because what I'm hoping is all of these storylines will all close out and they'll actually start setting up stuff for SummerSlam.
Yeah, but that's how we
Because-
always think.
No.
Shouldn't you start stuff after SummerSlam?
No.
Shouldn't
This is how-
SummerSlam be the
This is how the WWE calendar goes. Like,
Done.
once Royal Rumble hits, TV gets better because they're building to WrestleMania. After
Yeah.
WrestleMania, TV's shit until the build to SummerSlam because then obviously they want SummerSlam to be good. So
Can we go
after,
to SummerSlam?
huh?
Can we go to SummerSlam?
It's in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in California anymore.
Planes exist.
Lame.
Do you have money?
enough for me.
Okay. Have fun in New York.
All right.
All right. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Zach and Tom, for being on. You guys will hear them and a couple other friends on Sunday night when we record. You guys will hear that Monday morning for our immediate Extreme Rules reactions. It's going to be a great one. This podcast is available on SoundCloud and YouTube. Just search First Round KO. Subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're listening. Remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Go shoot your shot. We'll see you on Monday.
Begging, please, don't make me feel this again. Things are getting eerie like the lake is down in Michigan. Had a good year, kinda tired, word to Michelin. At the finish line, go get the checkered flag. Take a couple more shots, that's extended mag. I don't mean to brag, you smell this in the bag. I pull up solo at the function, I'm a tennis stag. Stone cold bachelor, acid rapping chancellor. Couple years an amateur, but never had a chance for ya. You see me as a challenge to man.